It's not this one, because this test is only valid when you work with more than 2 groups. That's not what we want to do. Okay, so let's look at these 2 last options. What is the difference between these 2? The difference is here the number of square brackets. So let's see what option number 3 does. And he says, hey, this doesn't work. Yeah. Why is this not working? I will show. So I retrieve here the first object from the list, and from that object I try to retrieve the MPG. However, the first object of the list, when I retrieve it, so I only do this. Let's take a look. It looks good, but as you can see, when you use the single square brackets, it is still a list. That's the issue here. This is still a list, and as a result, when I ask for this here, he will look for an object called MPG in this list. So when I do this part, when I run that, you see that he will say it's null because there is no object called MPG. However, when I use the double square brackets on the list, when I retrieve it like this, then it's not retrieved as a list. Yeah, it's gone here, but it is retrieved as a data frame, as the type that it is. It's a data frame, so it's retrieved as a data frame. So when I now do this here, $MPG, he will say, hey, what you mean is the column called MPG. So when I do this part, I run this. Now he gives me the result. Yeah. So the reason is this returns a list, and there is no object called MPG in that list. This returns a data frame, and there is a column called MPG in that data frame. So I hope this makes sense. So the last option is the correct one. So let's see. We do var.test. We give him the 2 vectors with the values for which we want to compare the spreads. When I run this line of code, I get a p-value here that's higher than 0.05. So yes, the 2 groups have the same spread.